Hi there. It's your second favorite DP right here, okay? No, that's Deadpool, you silly little Hufflepuff. Anyways, I'm gonna need you to shut up that pretty little mouth of yours and pay attention because the show's about to start, alright? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. Alright, enough foreplay. Let's get on with the show.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio. You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
Hey everybody, welcome one and all. It is July 16th, 2024. This is Pop Culture Warrior. I'm your host CQ. Welcome to the show where I talk about all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. It's one of those days. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You just roll with it. You just roll with it. Let's see, make sure I'm already seeing the chats and whatnot pop up. God bless all y'all. Thanks for joining us. Without further ado, let me introduce you guys. Well, let me reintroduce you guys to one of our boys who likes to hang out with us from time to time. Everybody, please say hi to Nemo. Hi. That's like where you say hi, everybody.
Hey, I muted myself internally. I was like,
Like, where's my mute button?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
How's it going, bud, man? Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's going, man. How you doing?
It's been a minute.
I mean, it's literally been a day and a half.
Well, for us, it hasn't been long, but for you and them, it's been a minute. Yes, for those that don't know, myself, Nemo, and the actual Kingsmith spent Sunday on a long car journey over to New Jersey, which I think is Spanish for a whale's taint. I don't know. It's something.
Definitely felt like it.
So we went over to Contropolis, New Jersey, where we absolutely had a blast. It was a great time. We'll talk about that. We've got the time today. So we'll definitely talk about that. Everybody's saying, "Hey, Mad Mike, great beard. It really grew in real well." How's it going, guys? Hey, Heath. Hey, Angry Elf. Hey, Leon. What's going on, guys? Did we do the giveaway yet? No, we did not do the giveaway yet.
2 seconds in. Has it happened yet?
Yeah. It's like, oh, do we lose? Did we get the giveaway? So real quick, we're live. Horizontally on Facebook, on YouTube, on where else? On Twitter, but then we're also live vertically on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok's got the behind the scenes view. So if you ever wanted to see what I see, head over to TikTok, Pop Culture Warrior, that's where you can actually see my wall of monitors and things that I'm looking at. And when you see me when I'm looking left and looking right and looking up and looking down, exactly what I'm looking at.
The blinding light of creativity.
Hey, TikTok. You can see my little buttons and switches.
Screens.
Yes, my wall of screens, my little row of buttons and things. Real quick. So first, real quick. I had a super cool guest. It was a surprise. I'd known about it for a while. I kind of wanted to spring it on the audience. We teased it earlier today. Lori Allen, who's famous as the boss in Metal Gear Solid series. She's Diane Simmons in Family Guy. I mean, classic character. She's Pearl in SpongeBob. She's done 1.5 million things.
Yeah. The roster is enormous.
It's enormous. And I just saw that funny comment. I hope there's a nice underwear shot on the TikTok feed. You know what? Now I'm kind of regretting that choice. you might see a little more on TikTok than you guys get to see at home. The TikTok audience gets a little bit of a little of that.
Get a shot
extra.
of them yams.
You get a little extra. You get the behind the scenes. But yeah, Lori Allen, phenomenal actress, phenomenal voice actress, 1 million projects, super famous in that regard. And she was going to be here live. We were going to talk, promoting MGS Con, which I'll be at next weekend. Unfortunately, she had a little incident. She's okay, but doctors have recommended that she rest. So we're not going to, and God bless her, man. She was still like, hey, like, I'll log it. It's going to be a little weird because I'm laying down. And I was like, no. I told her, no.
She's tough, man.
I'd rather.
I give her credit.
Yeah, she did theater background. Those guys, they'll go through, like, you leg breaks in the middle of a performance. You just go with it. I said, no, it's better. Just rest, recover, and we'll have her on the show down the road. So prayers, wishes for Lori, recovers well, and we'll have her on soon. So that being said, we went to Contropolis, New Jersey, man. Let's talk about that for a second, because that was cool. That was cool.
That was fun.
Tell me from your perspective. Tell me what you think of Contropolis, New Jersey.
So the venue was surprising. I mean, because from the outside, the venue looked like it was going to be like something, and then from the inside, it was like being in a gymnasium. But for what it was surprisingly nice. Everybody was happy. Seemed like people were having a good time. For the Sunday, the last day of the con, it was still surprisingly busy. And the talent, they weren't burned out. They weren't unhappy. They were still really happy to see folks. Honestly, I think we got really lucky with Sunday.
I agree on pretty much all counts. From the outside, it looks like you might be stepping into Madison Square Garden, right? It's like the Coliseum. Yeah. You go inside, it's a bit dated. It's an older facility, but that's okay. I think they make the most of what they have available to them. I think you're so spot on in that I think it's a 2-day. It's a Saturday, Sunday. I don't know if they do the Friday. I forget. But it's definitely a Saturday, Sunday. When we pulled up, it was back half a Sunday, and it was still busy. I have some friends that are in the vendor spaces, and they said not just this show, but just generally in all of 2024, con attendance is down. It's kind of lower than it usually is. People spending money is typically lower than it usually is. It was, they were still able to make a profit, but it's definitely not what they were used to versus what it was. That being said, it was still busy, lots going on. They had an amazing assortment. They had such an assortment of talent. Now, I went last year, which I found out was the first year of Contropolis, New Jersey, and they had such an eclectic cast of people. Like Lou Ferrigno was there. One of the Impractical Jokers was there. One of Joey Fatone of NSYNC was there. Like, so there was like definitely some like big names, and then also just like a lot of, the guy that is famous for cosplaying is Peter Griffin was there. So it's just a very random.
He was there again this year.
He was there again this year. And so, but this year I thought was a really good group of talent. There was many stars from Starship Troopers. There was many stars from Friday Nights at Freddy's. I'm trying to think.
Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. What did I say? Friday Nights?
Friday Nights at Freddy's.
Friday Nights at Freddy's. That's the
sounds like a new game show. Let's do it.
That's the porn parody. Friday Nights at Freddy's. there was a bunch of anime voice talent from
Yeah.
Dragon Ball and Naruto and all these other ones, and then just kind of a mixed bag of some people. Should we I mean, I already released one of the interviews we did there. I released It was Casper Van Dyne.
Don't you
Uh,
do it. It's Van Dien.
Van Dyne, Casper Van Dien. I'm joking. Casper Van Dien, famous for Starship Troopers and so many other things. We spoke with him. If you go over to my YouTube channel, I have that interview up there now. Short, it was like 5-6 minutes, but great conversation. What a guy! What a
I know.
guy!
Awesome, dude.
What'd you think? You give the people a sneak preview. What did you think of the conversation with him?
So, I mean, this from behind the scenes, but I'm a huge Starship Troopers nerd. I was so happy to see the entire crew, almost the entire, the main cast of Starship Troopers
Sure.
was there.
Yeah.
And Casper Van Dien was every bit as charismatic as his characters are in his movies. Like, he was just so funny. And I mean, and for those of y'all who don't know, he had a coin from the Rico's Roughnecks from the movie. Or, well, the coin isn't from the movie. He made a coin based off of Rico's Roughnecks, and that is sitting in my coin case in my office at work right this moment. It was the coolest thing. Yeah, and of course, like a bunch of schmucks, we don't have anything to give to him,
The funny thing is, I had it. It was in the car though.
Yeah,
But that's okay.
It happens.
It
yeah.
happens.
I-
So yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, he's a gamer. So he was not he was plugging his the new Starship Troopers Extermination game on Steam, which I've been playing. And then when I heard he was playing, I was like, maybe he'll come on weekend co-ops and play some Starship Troopers with the guys. So that he didn't say no.
Yeah, he seemed all for it. You guys watch the video and you tell us if he seemed like he's interested in doing it.
Cool.
He was very cool, very nice. I know I walked in there and I said, listen, I told you, I was like, we don't have anything scheduled with anybody. Like, we could end up walking around and nobody wants to talk to us, and that's fine. I mean, that's their prerogative. And I definitely said that I know a lot of times handlers will get in the way and they'll be like, sorry, no press, no interviews, whatever.
Which did happen to us.
Which does happen. It does.
Yeah.
It did, and it does. That's part of the game. But we were very fortunate. We talked to quite a few people, and awesome. We talked to Steve Gutenberg, which I mean, legend, absolute legend. And might I say, the dude is jacked for his age. Bro was wearing like a skin tight t-shirt and was just ripples of muscles.
I was like,
bro,
I felt ashamed. This
Feel
man,
shame.
this
For
man in his
shame.
70s, 80s, and he's just like,
Oh man.
Gained.
It was so good.
Yeah.
He was very
Nice.
nice,
So
very
nice.
sweet. Like was sitting there just chomping. I think it was like nachos. Was jumping on nachos. Was just like, hey guys, and we're just chit chatting and talking. And I did tell him. I said, listen, man. I did a little name drop. I was like, hey man, I was coordinating with your guy Chuck, back in the day, and we had it all set, and then you switched management teams,
Changed it
and
up.
I haven't been able to get. And he's like, he gave me the email. He's like, contact this person, I'll do it. So I was like, all right, bet. So that email is now out in the ether, and hopefully we'll see. I see a comment from King Smith here. He says, Colton Hayes, smell, ... Okay. Let's address this. So, for those that don't know, Colton Haynes is the guy who played Arsenal in Arrow, the Red
Speedy.
Arrow, or Speedy, yeah. And
He was in Teen Wolf.
he's in Team Wolf and a number of other things. Was so sweet, was so nice. He talked to us. We recorded something, and I think I'm gonna put that out tomorrow. I'm still working on the edit, but was very nice. I'm working on editing out a part of it. But no, fuck it. I'm airing it as
Do it.
is.
Just do it.
I have okay. Just bear with me. Don't judge. As we were talking, I kept smelling something, and I was like, and you can see me kind of look around, like, and we're the only ones there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I know it wasn't Nemo because I've been with Nemo all day, so I know it wasn't him. And Colton Haynes smells amazing. I don't know what he uses. I don't know what he sprays on himself or what of what. He smells amazing.
It's delightful.
How would you describe it? It was flowery, but not like pungent. It
Yeah.
was very soft and subtle, but sweet. And
It was like sandalwood with like cotton. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know how to. It was
was
like cotton
so
candy. Like it was just like it smelled delicious. It smelled delicious. Like he had slept in a bed of very flowery cotton candy, and it was just all over his being.
Siki was smitten.
I all I said was in the middle of the interview. I just stopped the interview. I was like, "Hey, man, you smell amazing." In the middle, so professional. In the middle, he's like, my process. I'm an actor. And I'm like, hey, hold on. You smell amazing. What is it?
I don't know how to tell you this, but
I need to know this. What the secret is. And I think I caught him off guard because he was like,
totally.
I was like, you smell amazing, dude.
Hopefully it made him feel good
I would
because
hope
he
so.
smelled incredible.
And yes, true statement. Hours later, I was in the car like, because we had shook hands and my hands still smelled like him. It is what it is. I'm not ashamed to say it. He smelled amazing.
I'm not going to say when I got home, I was like, honey, smell this.
Whoop, wrong hand. Sorry. Whoops.
Whoops.
I mean, look.
Nice guy, too.
Nice guy.
Incredibly nice.
And I believe we were on the verge of breaking news because, you'll see the interview. If you watch the interview, again, another 5-6 minutes. And he's basically saying there's something big coming that he can't talk about yet. It hasn't been announced yet, but that it would make him a part of a big universe again. And something where he said, which I thought he was in incredible shape, and was like, I gotta stop being a fat, lazy slob. And I'm like, Jesus, if you're a fat, lazy slob, I'm like the Blob from friggin',
he looked
X-Men.
incredible.
And he's like, yep, I gotta start getting back into the gym because, I gotta start, what? And I was like, what is this here? What does this mean? Where we landing? I hope he watches this. Yes, I'm sure he watches this. I'm sure he tunes in.
He's gonna be like, that guy's gonna get me fucking fired, man.
I mean, it is what it is. Colton Hayes, if you're watching, you smell amazing. I need you to. What is it? Just give me a name because
come on the show. Give us the name of your product.
How funny is he comes on the show and I'm like, first question out the gate. What do you use? What do you wear? And then as soon as he answers, I'm like,
just to like show it off to us.
Like, thank you for your time. That's all I needed. So yeah,
now sponsored by L'Oreal.
So we did talk to Colton Hayes. He was very nice, very generous with his time. And then I think the last one we shot, because we talked to quite a few people, but the last one we shot on camera was Jake Busey, he was interesting to talk to say the least. Thoughts on the Busey interview?
Yeah, I resonated with him for obvious reasons. a huge fan of Jake Busey, by the way. Loved him in Frighteners. Awesome in Stranger Things. I mean, Private Levy in fucking Starship Troopers. I mean, he's done so many cool things. Nice guy. I think he, based off of him as a person, I feel like he has struggles with being in public and stuff like that, which like I said, I resonate with. I relate to him completely. He was walking around with the service dog. I was like, see, I connect with him immediately because I understand what that's like. You guys don't know this, but behind the scenes, CQ and King basically have to drug me like Mr. T and throw me in the car. And then like we're halfway to a convention, and then it's like, oh shit, you did it again. And I'm at a convention, and it's just how it goes. But yeah, so he was incredibly nice, incredibly professional, focused on the questions, focused on answering and giving us some good feedback. So I was really glad to see somebody who felt like a human being, because not all of them feel that way when you talk to them.
Yeah.
We won't talk about those,
We
but
won't name
yeah,
names, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was
You
incredibly
can
nice.
tell when you're talking to someone who really doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
And isn't even polite enough to just say, "Look, I don't want to do this." They'll
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and then anyway, no, he was very nice to talk to. He was at first I took it as very airy in that like he would kind of just drift off, and then what I think it is he's actually giving it thought. He's
Yeah.
giving his answers thought, and he's kind of just mulling on things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an interesting. Oh, King, you're on fire with the comments today. Do we want to talk about Kimiko? Do we want to talk about Kimiko, or do
Talk
we?
about Kimiko.
Did we talk about Kimiko? All right.
Kimiko Glenn, right?
Yeah, Kimiko Glenn.
Yeah.
Can you guys
Think she played
hear the
Penny
rain?
Parker.
I can
No?
hear the rain in my headphones. But all right. Kimiko Glenn, who was first famous for Orange is the New Black. She was a little Asian girl in Orange is the New Black. And she did the voice of Penny Parker in the first Spider-Verse movie. And she does a couple of other things. She's in that, what's that, the show, the musical / cartoon demon
Has Been
hell thing?
Hotel. Has Been Hotel.
Has Been Hotel.
Yeah.
She's a voice in that and a couple of other things. I'm going to say this as nicely as I can, okay? She has done nothing wrong. I want to be clear. I want to be clear and just and fair. I want to be fair. I just want to say she's a wonderful person. I'm sure she's a wonderful person. No, she did nothing wrong. I've met her at a few different conventions at this point. And as anybody knows, I try to get interviews, I try to get quotes, whatever. I've come up to her and said, "Hey, would you like to do an interview?" And she has politely declined, "No, thank you." Well, all right, let me be honest. The first time I ran into her, I said, "Hey, do you want to shoot a little something real quick, whatever?" And she goes, her exact quote was, "I'm good, thanks." And maybe it was me, high in the moment. I think I had just spoke to Optimus Prime or so. I don't know. I was coming off of some interview and I was on a riding high. So I took it as "I'm good, thanks," as let's do it.
Yeah.
And I started like an asshole. I'm starting to set up my camera and my microphone, and she's looking at me. And I like go to hand her the microphone, and she's like, "Oh, I'm good, thanks." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good as in no thank you. I don't want to do it."
Well, fuck me then.
Which fine. Fine. I get it. Not everybody wants to, and that's okay. It's no fault of hers.
No.
I will mention there was no one in line for her at the time, so it's not like she was busy. But it's no fault of hers. No fault of hers. And I went on to shoot other interviews. And then at the next convention I ran into her. I didn't even bother to ask her about an interview. But I noticed at that convention, because guys understand that every convention is run slightly different.
Yeah.
At that convention, no one was doing interviews. Everyone I talked to, they're like, look, we've been told by, the higher ups, no interviews, no press.
God.
So I was like, fuck, okay. So I put a little spin on it and was like, hey, would you do a shout out to the troops? And I asked everybody, and all of a sudden everything changed. All the people that had said no to interviews were suddenly like, yeah, I'll do a quick shout out to the troops. Like, hey man, thank you for your service, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I got everybody. Almost everybody at the convention was like, yeah, no problem. A 10-second, 30-second, hey man, thank you for your service.
Too easy.
Super cool,
Too
easy. They did it. It was great. I gave her another shot. And I said, hey, Kimiko, just so you know, I'm going around and everybody is doing a quick little shout out to the military just to say thank you for your troops. That's all. I was like, you don't have to do much, whatever. And she's like, no, thank you. It was a different time. So it was not like, I don't even think she remembered me from the first one. Probably not.
Yeah.
She's like, no, thank you. So I was like, at least she said no this time. So I understood the clear thing.
Maybe she did remember you.
She did remember me. Anyway, all this to say, she was at the convention this weekend. We did not go up to her. We did not speak to her. Once again, there was nobody in line for her, but we did not bother her at all. And so, again, not saying anything bad about her.
Yeah.
Not saying anything bad about her. I'm sure she's a lovely person. Just saying she doesn't appreciate the troops. That's all. That's it. She doesn't support the troops. That's just.
Hey, not everybody likes the military, man. Guess what?
That's their prerogative.
That's a very American thing, is to totally hate the troops. I mean,
all I'm gonna say is that she doesn't support the troops. She's probably from China. She's a commie. She's a communist. I'm not saying any of that stuff.
Don't do that.
No. I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
It's like my favorite actress, Felicia Day.
Oh, don't you get me started on Felicia Day. That's a whole different story. And
she is a national treasure, sir.
Oh. Nobody out there ever spent $1 on a Felicia Day product, on an autograph, on a picture, watch her shows, none of it. She is the most stuck-up, pretentious.
She is an angel. She is an angel. Don't you badmouth her.
For now, Felicia Day, man. Day, hey Felicia, come catch these hands. Me and you.
I hope she comes and beats the shit out of you. I've been taking Krav Maga classes. Just hems you up.
Probably could. She probably could.
I would pay to see that. That is pay-per-view. Everybody mark it. Pay-per-view.
Felicia Day. Don't get me started on Felicia Day. Oh,
Every time we go to a convention, everybody, we're walking around and I'm like, I see her and I'm like, oh, let's go talk to her. He's like, no, fuck that girl. And I'm like, no, come on. She's an angel. I love her.
She's had more than ample opportunity to speak up, and she straight up denies every time.
It is a very American thing to hate the troops.
I don't care. I will say there are 2 people who have had not 1, not 2, not 3, handfuls of times to speak.
Yeah.
And it's not like, hey, I'm just here to record something that I can play for the troops and everything. Her and the fucking original Blue Ranger, what's his name?
David Yost.
David Yost. The 2 most Now, I'm going to go. Everybody at those conventions is super nice. And the staff are super nice. And
always.
And I have heard from many people that her and him are very not nice people to be around.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told.
Some people are like that.
So whatever.
Some people
Choose your
like
heroes wisely is all I'm saying.
Hey, not everybody you meet is going to be a pleasant person, and that's okay. And again, like I said, they can hate the troops. That's fine. I mean, it doesn't make me mad about my time in the fucking service. The whole point is, people have that freedom.
Yes. Again, I don't.
We need a disclaimer. We need a disclaimer that says, "Will you do an interview or fuck the troops?"
I will put
and
you
then
on a
they sign their
list.
name.
I'll
They sign
put
their
you on a
name.
list.
They sign their name above "fuck the troops," and then we just know that that's how they feel, and then we're good. We can just move on.
Will you do a quick interview? And the old school is a box for yes or a box for fuck the
Fuck the
troops.
Exactly, and that's all we need. And it's like, thank you for clearing that up. But $20 if you smelled like Colton Haynes,
Yes.
she'd do a video
Come
for
running.
you.
Come running.
Hey,
I'm gonna
I'll do
put
that
a
video.
little. I'm gonna put a little disclaimer at the bottom. This will be shared on social media. So anyway, that's fine. Whatever. I've got a. Don't worry. I've got a shit list when it comes to certain people that will never be invited on this show. I don't care if they came willingly and they're like, I want to be in the show. No, you're not invited. You can go talk on Critical Role
Pound
or one of the others fucking
Pound
shows.
Sand. Hey, I like Critical Role.
I know. There's nothing wrong.
They're
with
awesome. Yeah, they're
it. That can start off the board. I'm getting me one of those Family Feud boards for names of people that will not be in it. Is Felicia Day? Bing, number one answer. No, I think David Yost. David Yost is number one. Felicia Day is number two, though. Okay. So we did talk to Jake Busey, but yeah, we had great conversations with Steve Guttenberg. Oh, Nolan North.
I was waiting.
Nolan North.
I was waiting.
Oh man,
we sat on that one. Talk about burying the lead.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was the last guy we talked to, but only because he was super busy. Yeah. What a great guy. Now that's a guy that had people in his line at all times. Nolan North, what a great guy.
Legend.
Another voices, legend. Uncharted, and I mean, it can't even go through the list. It's so long. It's so long. What hasn't he been in? But great conversation, and yeah, man, we're gonna work on getting him on the show. Yeah. A bunch of
real optimistic about that one.
Yeah, a bunch of animated voice talent, and
the original Frieza. I mean, how cool is that?
The original Frieza.
We've almost collected the entire Dragon Ball cast.
I'm working on it. It's one of my goals. Yeah. But yeah, so it was a good time. I felt it was a good warm up because I have MGS Con this weekend. Mm-hmm. Then I'm off on vacation. God bless. And then pretty soon, right around the corner, is Shore Leave. You're going to be covering down on Shore Leave, which is awesome. Which send my best to Greg Garnberg and Terry.
Oh, I know. He's going to be so disappointed, man.
I know. I'm going to text. I'll text him. I'll text him beforehand, and I'll let him know. I'll break the news to him.
Like I said, we'll do a little video of you telling him, 10 reasons why I'm sorry for not being here.
Very true. And then New York Comic Con's right around the corner, so we got a lot coming up. It was good warm up. We did get, I think I bitched about this plenty last week, but we did get the San Diego press passes way too late. Way too late to even be conceivable as an option. But because of it, when I tell you my inbox is full, like every hour on the hour, I'm getting stuff from like Mattel, from Image Comics, from like inviting me to like this roundtable, this press gathering, this thing, like just rows and rows and rows of stuff. So to say the least, it was great that we got on the list, and I think it's going to lead to more content down the line, and I'm very excited for that. Very, very, very excited for that. Yeah. Outside of that, big news this week was they released this past week, since the last episode, they released the Captain America Brave New World trailer. Captain Falcon trailer.
No, it's the Millennium Falcon trailer.
The Millennium Falcon trailer.
Remember that.
Yes.
You got Han Solo and the Falcon. That is Millennium Falcon, friends.
The Millennium Falcon. What are your thoughts? What were your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh, let's be honest. They're finally acknowledging the big purple Titan in the room, so that's nice. They're gonna fight around Is it Bahamut? What's the guy's name? The Titan that was
the Celestial.
Yeah, the Celestial
Uh,
that was supposed to come out of the Earth's crust.
yeah.
So they're going to finally recognize that. It's like the big sword in Azeroth in World of Warcraft. They just put it there and forgot about it. So that's going to be cool. We're still up in the air about Giancarlo Esposito's character.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying it's George Washington Carver. The internet still says that, but Marvel has not confirmed. They could be pulling a wild card. He could be the new Nick Fury, and they retconned the story somehow because that's the age we're in with comic books and movies these days. No, but it looks interesting. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm obviously hedging my bets with Deadpool and Wolverine because everything about Deadpool and Wolverine could throw a wrench in what we expect from the rest of the MCU. Is Marvel bold enough to do something wild? Is always the question. Or are they always, because production companies, movie companies, all these fucking people are always worried about how much money they're going to make instead of telling a good fucking story, which is why Deadpool's better because they're just having a good fucking time.
Yeah, they're just having fun
obviously
with it.
obviously they want to make money, but if they really wanted to make money, they would have made Deadpool PG-13. They took a risk. They kept it rated R. They knew the content. They stuck to the content, and they kept it R. Because I can tell you right now, 20th Century Fox wanted that shit to be PG-13. They did. Otherwise, they would have greenlit it long before they leaked the trailer.
I would
Think about
say again, without us really being in those rooms and knowing for sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I would say that from the get-go, Disney would want it to be R, and here's why.
Yeah.
When Deadpool 1 came out, it became the biggest R-rated movie of all time. The most grossing. Obviously, Joker took that when it came out. And I feel like Disney's going to go, look, you look at all the charts, Disney's like, 10 of the 13 $1 billion franchises or movies that's been released in history? You're telling me that they don't want to hang their hat on the fact that Disney has the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time?
Yeah.
I think not only from the jump, they're like, yes, we want this R-rated. They were like, push it as far as you can go.
And that's the hope. Yeah. That's the hope.
I think so.
But see, that's the problem. It was already R-rated on trend. So they were not going to break that trend. They couldn't without violating the trust of the fans. Right?
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, it's already rated R. Now we either have to jump it up to 11 because I'm sorry, all the member berries that they've added in the trailers is cool, but that's not enough to fucking wow me. Yeah. That's cool. I'd love to see it, but I'm not going to be like, well, this was a great movie because the old Sabretooth and the old Pyro was in it. Yeah. I don't really care about them enough to be like, now Yellow Suit Wolverine and fucking member berries are up,
the biggest old member.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly why they dropped X-Men 97 before Deadpool Wolverine, because they knew they had to basically test the water to see where that yellow suit stood. And I mean, obviously for all of us true fans or true believers, we all were ready for the yellow suit. We were ready for the yellow suit in the early 2000s when X-Men 1 came out. Yeah. And don't please tell me you caught that nod in X-Men 97 when he says, what did you think we were going to wear? Black leather?
Yeah. Come on. That's come on. Yes.
I mean, perfect way to bring that full circle and everything. But so I know they're going to keep it R-rated, obviously, but are they really going to push the envelope? Are they really going to impress us?
Which, real quick, just because there was a comment out there I wanted to address. Sure. Benji U. Tubington, which great name. He said, can I request your thoughts on a topic tangentially sorta pop culture? Which, again, that's what the chats are for. I know we might be off on a topic, but feel free to put whatever you want in the chats. And if it's something, that we can address, we'll address. So if you're still out there, Benji, by all means, go for it.
Fucking and first off, love the big words. Tangentially, pop culture. Let's do it.
Tangentially,
Whatever.
yeah, tangentially. I don't think anyone's ever used tangentially in the chats before.
I don't
So
think
shout
anybody ever
out,
will again.
shout out to Benji, YouTubington. Obviously, he's very fancy. YouTubington, he's a very fancy guy.
Very,
Um,
very cultured.
he's very cultured. What's up, WTF Nation Radio? Joining in. How you doing? So yeah, with Deadpool and Wolverine, I definitely think that they're gonna want to push it as far as they legally can.
I mean, they have to. Let's be honest, they have to.
If this doesn't become, and like this is the sad thing now, if this doesn't become the highest grossing rated R movie of all time, it's gonna seem like a letdown. No matter how good the movie is, it's gonna be a letdown.
So that's the thing. Before we know if the movie's good or not, it's going to succeed because it's Wolverine and Deadpool. And that's the bet that they already hedged. And that's my point. I think this is going to be wildly successful. First off, it's going to be the first big R-rated violent movie I'm going to take my kids to because they're young enough where I've kept them out of R-rated
3 and 4.
Yeah.
They need to learn these things.
They gotta. Hey, back in the 80s, man, we were watching Nightmare on Elm Street at 6 years old.
Shit, yeah.
Sure, we peed the beds and we slept in their parents' bedrooms.
Dude, I'm
but
still
we were
scared of the originals because of that shit.
Oh.
I'm still horrified.
Dude, I'm
Oh,
sorry, but
God.
that shit holds up. It is still terrifying.
Oh,
Very
God.
few things are hold up that well. But no, I think Deadpool will succeed off of hype alone and the incredibly good job they've done with their marketing campaigns. But again, it's Ryan Reynolds, so they threw a bunch of words into AI. AI generated these really good commercials, and they've run with them. But it's
Dude,
a formula that works.
The collaborations have been insane. The
And they work.
Bachelorette one,
And they work.
DiGiorno
Yeah.
Pizza, like just the collaborations have been out of
Yeah.
this world. You know, obviously
AI is
their
going to
own
put us all out
products.
of a job.
Obviously.
AI is going to put us all out of a job.
I can't find any budget information on what this movie costs. I'm looking up right now.
If you think about how many people they've got, we're talking $500-600 million easily.
Yeah.
And then you got to take the marketing budget, which is easily 250 million. And
boy.
again, I expect them to make $1 billion. They're probably going to clear 200 million opening weekend on sheer hype alone. And then if it's
So-
actually good, week 2, they're going to clear another 100 to 200 million.
So it's the rumor is what I found somewhere between 220 and 275 million for the
To make?
budget for the budget.
Really?
That's the making of the movie. That doesn't count the marketing.
The market,
Which is
yeah,
usually
market.
half. They say on average you spend half of your budget on marketing. So
Yeah.
if it was let's say 250, 125 into marketing.
Maybe.
If that's what it is.
I think more, honestly. I honestly think more. But again, Deadpool's a low maintenance character. He doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Hulk and Iron Man and Spider-Man and all the CG crazy nonsense. They do have CG, I mean, there's still a lot. And
Mhm.
we've seen in the trailers, there's plenty of special effects, but it's still a more grounded character. So it's a little bit cheaper.
Did you know that the original Deadpool movie, the full budget, 58 million?
That's
That is
insane.
that's for what they did with that 58 million, that's incredible.
Well, I mean, watch
That's
the movie
incredible.
again. There's like 4 set pieces. It's really not a big scaled movie, but
Yeah.
that's the best part about Deadpool. It
Yeah.
did that. And that's the thing that
didn't
I
need it.
think,
Yeah.
no, exactly. Look at movies like it's not financially enormous, but look at the original Blades.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like 4 set pieces in the first movie. It's got great action, cool story. I mean, great fucking action. and the character was a legitimate badass. And that's how you make a good R-rated comic book movie. You stay true to the source material. You don't have to change it dramatically. You can change it. I mean, they're always going to change it, but you don't have to change it dramatically. All of it's there. Stay honest to it. Keep that shit R-rated, because there's certain characters that just cannot be watered down. I hope that Blade and Wolverine set the standard for the R-rated heroes of Marvel, like Blade, because they haven't even started Blade yet.
Sure. They haven't even agreed on a script yet.
And you cannot make Blade PG-13 after Wesley Snipes' R-rated Blade.
Yeah, you have to go hard.
You got to go hard. Otherwise, he's just a watered down character. You know.
As of a few days ago, Deadpool and Wolverine are tracking for their 3-day box office tracking is projected currently at 165 million.
Almost 200 mil. What did I say?
165 is the current projection. And now that's not accounting for people that have bought tickets in the last, because this was what, July. So this is like the July 4th weekend. So this is 10 days ago.
Yeah.
So anything that was bought in that time or the next 10 days, I mean, that's,
I'm telling you, off of sheer what's the thing? What our nostalgia, off of sheer nostalgia, people are hyped. Everybody thought Logan was the last Wolverine movie. And for all intents and purposes, it was supposed to be.
It was supposed
It was
to be,
absolutely going to be. I think bringing him back for one last hurrah is just fucking awesome. So we'll see.
Yeah. There's based on this, if they hit that 160 to 165 million, it will not only be the best opening of the year, but also a record for an R-rated movie.
Yep.
So they're tracking to break the R-rated record opening day. And then we got to see if it makes the, again, if it's a shit movie, then those numbers go and drop.
Yeah.
But if it's as good as we all think and hope it'll be, it goes up the second weekend. The first Deadpool, released in 2016, owns the record for the biggest R-rated opening with 132.4 million.
So clean.
Yeah.
So clean.
So
all because of a car ride on a highway, man. Oh, I'm going to rewatch that now. I got to rewatch it with the girls. I got to introduce them to it. I'm going to cut out all the sex stuff in the first movie because that's really irrelevant. But
it depends.
Because I mean, let's be honest, that's there for us, not for them. It's not. They didn't put that in there for the
definitely
kids.
For us. Yes,
it definitely was for us.
Definitely for us. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously gonna just be just a massive success. It's like, here's the thing: literally, no one could go see it. 0 people could go see it. It will still break the record for opening day box office just off the pre-sales.
Yeah,
just off the pre-sales. Yeah. So it wouldn't do good for the long run of the money, but it's already broken pre-sale records.
It's gonna crush on streaming too. So.
Yeah, it's man. I mean, and I've made a conscious choice because we're in that last 2 to 3 weeks before the release. I will see no trailers for it.
Yeah, I stopped watching.
Because the closer we get, the more they'll reveal, the less I'll be surprised. Yeah. I already know enough. We've talked about it enough, and I just really want to go and sit. And for those that don't know, I will be on vacation. I will be in Turks and Caicos, for God's sakes. I will find a movie. Somebody Google, are there movie theaters in Turks and Caicos? Because I need to see that movie, and I cannot wait a week of it being out. I can't be the guy that saw Deadpool and Wolverine in its second week in theaters. That's just.
Ugh.
I
what
will
are you,
have
a
to
peasant?
Rip off the Pop Culture Warrior and hand it off. That won't be allowed.
Yeah, usually it'd be all of us as a group going and having a fucking great time. But this year, everybody's scattered to the 4 winds. I'm the only one who's going to be here, man. I'm going to go watch it with my kids. I'm going to take my kids. I'm going to be a responsible adult. I want to be a responsible adult and take my underage children to see an R-rated film like a real American.
Okay, it says here, let's see, on the island of Turks and Caicos, they do have a movie theater.
A
A
singular.
movie theater. Let's see.
Everybody's too fancy. They're at the beach.
It's, you know what, it's not good when it's like, well, it's called the Caribbean Cinema Garden, and it has no reviews. It has
It's a
no
goddamn
reviews.
drive-in. Somebody put a sheet on a wall. Come on in, guys. This is totally legit.
Oh God! I will
BYOB.
figure out a
Just come on
way.
in.
I will figure out a way
Yeah.
to go see to see.
I cannot confirm or deny whether I will text you spoilers after the movie.
I found
Holy
one,
shit! You'd never believe who dies in the movie, man.
like, dude, they got fucking no. I was looking at
Dude, Lady Deadpool was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's amazing. It's posthumous, dude. It's amazing.
oh my God, they CGI animated. What's her name? B. Arthur. She's in
Oh,
the. She's
yes!
Lady Deadpool. in the
Lady
movies.
Deadpool, B. Arthur from Beyond the Grave.
Hologrammed her like Biggie and
Like
Pac.
Tupac.
Oh God.
They can do anything with CGI now.
AI. It's all AI. The
all
opening
AI,
says
man.
this movie was written by and made by AI.
AI.
Oh God, Jesus.
Gotta love it, dude.
Oh man, there's 2 theaters that are closed. Okay, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted right now because I really, really want to go see a movie. Hi TikTok, I forgot they were back there.
They didn't forget. They see you in your jorts.
Listen, don't judge. Don't judge. Jeggings. I'm in some jeggings. Right
Jeggings.
now.
They're
Let's
comfortable,
see.
man. Don't judge.
Don't judge. They're comfortable. What else? What else we got going on? What else has been in the news? We were kind of talking about the Captain America thing, and obviously we got to see a sneak peek of Red
Mhm.
Hulk, which is awesome. I
have a theory
please.
that it's not actually Harrison Ford's Thunderbolt Ross who is going to be the Red Hulk,
Okay.
and I think it's going to be Everett Ross,
Everett Ross, the
Yeah.
guy that
the agent, the CIA.
Agent
Is he
Ross.
CIA? I think
I-
he's CIA.
think he is.
I think he's CIA.
Yeah.
So that would be dope. Because I mean, again, you want Red Hulk to be more than just one movie. And I love Harrison Ford, but holy fuck, is that man old?
Yeah.
I don't know that he can hold a franchise for 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely have to. I mean, look what happened with the great actor before him, William Hurt. I
yeah.
mean,
And
you're
that was a
just
fluke.
rolling the dice. You're just
Yeah.
rolling the dice on Harrison Ford that he's going to survive for to the next movie, let alone 10 to 15 years to the next movie.
Let's be honest, yeah. And it sucks because he's fucking Harrison Ford. He's a national goddamn treasure. He's fucking amazing. But at this time, at this point in movies and cinema and stuff too, and the world of the MCU, it's just we want longevity. We want to be able to see multiple. So we have Brave New World, and then we have the Thunderbolts, which should essentially have Thunderbolt Ross in it, right?
It should.
And then do we want a sequel of Thunderbolts? Do we want, now that he's the president of the United States in the MCU, he should be in other MCU movies because he's in the MCU and he's a fucking Hulk. So I hope they find a way to make it unique, wow us, surprise us, be bold, take chances instead of, and then they're like, fuck, man, we got to reshoot now again.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just, I don't know. I honestly, I'm torn on the whole thing.
Marvel fatigue, man. It's Marvel fatigue.
just worry.
Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame were the peak of comic book movies.
Yeah.
And to restart the cycle of build up to another
It's
big
hard.
bad in 10 years is hard. but you don't want to also just big bad to big bad to big bad. You got to build up.
Mm.
But the TV shows aren't doing it. The movies haven't been doing it. Maybe it's just time to cut bait, start with the new Avengers, the young Avengers, I mean, and just go a different route. Stop making it about Kang, because look at how much they threw into Kang, and now Kang's out, and now we don't know if it's even going to be Kang now. Maybe
Yeah.
now it's Doom.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think we're gonna get some answers here soon at San
Yeah.
Diego Comic-Con, which is just a
Maybe.
couple weeks away. I definitely think we're gonna get some idea of what's coming down the
Yeah.
line and in the
I mean, they got to
future,
give us something.
especially with the Kang situation and others. But
Yeah.
here, let's take a look at trying to decide what I want to pull what I want to pull up, what I'm in the mood to pull up. Actually, you know what? We'll do this. We'll take a little break. We'll take a little break, and then when we come back, we will do the giveaway. I know a lot of people, a lot of people. I know a few people who are
A lot-
anxious.
A lot of person.
A lot of person, many of a person is excited and I'll be honest, it's sitting here in front of me. I want to open it. I want to know what it is.
Maybe
Let
we do
alone
it
give
now?
it away. I mean, I guess we could. I guess we could do the giveaway now, and then yeah, and we'll maybe call it a short night, just because like I said, I had a whole thing planned for the interview, and I'm just kind of
Yeah.
you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Drum roll.
Yes. Give me a second. Well, I was gonna use the break to get everything ready, but give me a second, and I can patter for a minute. Do a little soft shoe. Give us talk to the audience for a minute while I get this set up.
I'm gonna do a.
Do it.
Is he frozen? Is he frozen? What's going on? Did he freeze?
Such an ass. Such an
Oh
ass.
man. Yeah,
Talk to the
so
audience. Let 'em know.
we have if y'all haven't been watching weekend co-ops, we play video games. We've been doing that now for a month and some change. It's just something to fill the Saturday nights with. You guys can hang out, take your substances, whatever they may be, watch some people get their asses kicked in video games. So if you guys ever want to come by and shoot the shit, I'll throw my Steam tag out there if you guys want to come play some video games. It's mostly cooperative games. We do whatever. I'll start streaming like World of Warcraft and other things like that as time goes on. Just anything to just fill the space on a Saturday night. You just throw that on, hear us make fools of ourselves, and you do you boo boo. But yeah.
All right.
What's up?
No, I was gonna say,
Oh, we're good?
We're good.
Oh,
We're good.
perfect.
Doing great.
Perfect plug size.
So before that's what she said.
Yeah.
Before we give this away, a quick shout out to obviously our wonderful sponsors, the people that made this possible. Hit Parade. Huge shout out to those guys. For those that don't remember or had to, whatever, Hit Parade is packed full of the hottest card, comic, and memorabilia products in the collector's hobby. It's been voted best repack brand of the year 3 years in a row at Beckett's Industry Summit. Hit Parade's boxes give you a chance to chase top stars across sports, entertainment, and pop culture. With products specifically designed for all types of collectors, there's a Hit Parade product for everyone. With products containing autographs from top athletes like Patrick Mahomes to top names in entertainment like Mark Hamill and Chris Evans, the possibilities are endless. Each series is built with a limited number of boxes, so there's always a chance at pulling big hits. Go to hitparadecollection.com to see the amazing assortment of products and pull a big hit today. And don't forget, as a reminder, if you go to their site, if you select all your products, what you want, because there's really something for everybody, at checkout, use code WTF NR20. If you use that at checkout, you'll get $20 off your order of 100 or more. So, I mean, again, a phenomenal deal, a phenomenal company. And we've already given away a Star Wars sketch card. We've already given away an awesome Marvel Avengers themed pack. And
So
now
cool.
we have an autographed pop vinyl and something that I know a lot of us are really excited about, the autographed movie script. So TikTok, for those of you watching on TikTok, autographed movie script.
Hungry.
Pop vinyl, autographed pop vinyl. So we are going to go ahead and give one of these amazing prizes away right now. And y'all should say thank you to Nemo for not having to wait till after a break. And King, I see your comment about EA Sports College 25. We'll talk about that after. Leon says, if I win, I'm hopping in the van right now to come pick it up.
Nice.
Hey, man. Not a... Oh, and of course, good point to Angry Elf. Hold on. I've got to get my giveaway hat on. My Hit Parade giveaway hat.
Yeah.
There you
Bring
go.
the luck to
Yes,
somebody out
to
there.
some people out there. And also not included in just this, they sent me a box full of little swaggish giveaway tchotchkes, things like a Hit Parade box cutter, and some
Nice.
other nice surprises. So you'll be getting some of those things
For
with
when
your
you PCS.
for when you PCS. You'll be getting some of those things as well, and there might be some left over too. When I do my giveaways, you might find yourself getting some like Hit Parade stickers and things like that as it goes into the big pile of giveaway stuff. All right, enough jabber. Let's switch over to this camera. Yay! And our boy Nemo. Let me you know what? Hang on a second. That's gonna go away for a second because I want him to be able to see it too. I want him to be able to see it too. So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do that. And now, if I bring that back up, you should be able to see that.
Yeah. Look
Yeah,
at
much
that.
better, right? Okay, so as always, just ground rules for everybody.
Ooh,
Um,
lot
you
of names.
a lot of names. Every name that has a P next to it, P, P2, and P3, those are our incredible Patreon supporters. Those are our peoples. Those are the guys that make this possible. What do they get for their awesome patronage, their support of the channel? They get to get entered into every giveaway automatically. And based on what level they are, they get that many of entries. So like, for instance, Leon, who's in the chats tonight, he's mentioned here twice. Leon G, P2, because he's got 2 entries, bonus entries, I should say, into any giveaway that we do, whether or not he participates or not. So, if you also want a chance to win for doing nothing, patreon.com/popculturewarrior. Consider joining us. It's a great community. And I put little teasers, little things. I'm trying to get put more and more content out there. I just recently put in, on this show, I don't like to talk about who's coming on unless I've confirmed it, unless we have a date. Well, on there, I said, dude, here's the list of everyone I'm talking to right now who has said they want to come on the show, and we're just waiting for dates to be selected. So you get a little peek behind the curtain and get to see a lot of the things that's happening. So all those P names are our Patreon people. And then here are the very few people that decided to go on TikTok, follow the rules, and then, oh no, there's a puzzle thing I have to figure out here. There it goes.
Are you human or are you AI?
Gotta try to make sure I'm not a bot. Hey, everybody.
Little do they know AI can solve the puzzle too.
Luca, like the live. Thanks, Luca. So this is funny because this giveaway is for our TikTok followers. So if you're watching on TikTok, you should have entered. you should have entered. All right. So enough of that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start shuffling, and I'm gonna tell Nemo to give us a countdown or something and tell us when to stop shoveling.
All right.
Anytime now.
3, 2, 1, stop.
All right, there it is. Let's go.
There it is.
Let's hide that. Let's do full screen. There we go. That looks a lot better.
Here we
This will be good
go.
for the social media clip afterwards. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. Spin that wheel. Good luck, everybody.
Spin it. Does it stop on its own?
Yep. Hands free.
Nice.
The winner is
Oh,
the
nice.
King and Me show from TikTok. Congratulations to the King and Me show from TikTok. You are tonight's big winner. And how do we know what they won? I mean, there's 2 amazing prizes. Well, let's get to that.
Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Tell him what he's won. How do I make this big screen? There it goes. All right. So it's only the 2 prizes over and over and over. I know it looks like a lot of prizes. It's just the same 2 things over and over and over. So
Swear.
one last time. Autographed pop vinyl. Autographed movie script.
I'm
This-
excited for them.
This one is for all the marbles.
Ooh.
And I will also put, for everybody that's watching, whatever doesn't get picked tonight, next week we are doing a live giveaway on this show. All you need to do to be entered is be watching live. We'll tell you when, we'll tell you the phrase that pays, blah, blah, blah. That goes to you, TikTok too. Tic-tac too. It sounds like tic-tac-toe. We're going to do the giveaway live. So let's see what not only the King and Me show has won, but what next week prizes will be. Here
we go.
we go. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. They have won the autographed movie script.
I'm so excited to see what it is.
Congratulations
So
to the King and Me on your autographed movie script. That means next week, live on Pop Culture Warrior, we'll be giving away a pop autograph, pop vinyl to one lucky live viewer. So let's put that aside. Okay. And now,
Moment of truth.
Now it's time.
If it's Starship Troopers, we have to have a conversation.
we know some guys that could add to the signatures. All right,
We could get some more signatures. Yeah.
we could get some more signatures. Depending on what this is, I might be able to get more signatures for it.
Exactly.
It's like a clicking sound. That's weird.
Like maybe the cards that say it's legit.
Oh yeah. Something. I don't know. But as you can
It's
see,
it's a micro script.
it's this big.
It's on a fucking postcard.
It's on one of the SD cards. It's like we didn't print it out. It's on the SD card. He signed the SD card.
It's on fucking floppy disks.
All
It's
right,
a
so
fucking it's the original Clerks.
You can see it's still in the plastic. It's still tampered proof taped. So let's crack this bad boy open and
Time to tamper with it.
find out what has been won, because I am more curious than probably anybody that's watching.
What? Magic Mike script?
It's mine. They're not getting shit.
You ain't getting Joe Manganiello's John Hancock.
Speaking of cut now. All right. And as always, I get to peek first. I'm so excited. Okay. So far there's the classic Hit Parade little thing. Now there's a piece of cardboard, or is it like wrapped? It's like wrapped. Ooh, it's like wrapped. But at first I was like, it's empty. No, this is paper. It's wrapped.
Nice.
The fucking thing's empty. They've wrapped it in a paper. So that's all that's in there. Oh, what could it be? For a second, I did panic when I opened it and I just saw brown bottle. I was like, no!
Yeah.
The suspense. The suspense is killing me. And it's The Deer Hunter.
Wow, that's
Final draft screenplay signed by John Savage. John Savage signed The Deer Hunter. And it's actually wrapped in
keep that sealed. Yeah,
sealed in
yeah.
plastic, so I'm not gonna mess with that plastic.
That's dope,
but
dude.
there you have it. The final draft screenplay by Michael Cimino. This is The Deer Hunter, signed by John Savage. Put that in the camera. Oh my god, I can't. Yeah, you can't really see it.
I gotta look back at that one. I know that one.
But there you go.
who's in
Congratulations to the King and Me show, which if you're not following them, it's a really good show. Relationship show. Very good show. By one of our favorites, The King. But there you go. That is that. So, tune in next week when we announce the final winner of July, which will be for the autographed pop vinyl. And all you have to do is watch live. You can't win, King. Anybody that's won a Hit Parade prize cannot win. So it will be only for people who have not won a Hit Parade prize. So once again, thank you to our incredible sponsors for the month, Hit Parade. Awesome group. Go check them out, hitparadecollection.com. I'm not joking when I say when all this is done, I am going to go buy 3 or 4 boxes. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a movie script. I think I saw one that was, but you know what? Screw that. I can just pull it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be buying me at least 1 or 2 movie scripts. I just want them for my collection. I know they're random. I know they're random, but
doesn't matter.
I mean,
they're cool.
I mean, even if I got Barbie, dude, I'd be pretty fucking stoked.
They are currently doing a Hit Parade Deadpool and Wolverine sketch card box.
Ooh.
Obviously in preparation for that.
That's dope.
They're also doing a Hit Parade Deadpool and Wolverine Big Box Special Edition. What's in the Big Box Special Edition? It says the
Deadpool popcorn bucket.
Every box contains the following Deadpool and Wolverine items: 1 CGC graded vintage or modern comic, 1 PSA graded vintage or modern trading card, 1 Funko Pop featuring Deadpool or Wolverine, 2 raw Deadpool or Wolverine comic books, only 50 hand numbered, and only 50 of the boxes are hand numbered, with highlights including the first Wolverine appearance in an Incredible Hulk series, the first appearance of Deadpool in the New Mutants series, Funko Pop signed by Stan Lee. Oh shit, yeah, I'm getting this box. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Holy shit! Well, we'll go back. You're gonna really need that $20 off. So I'll probably.
I bet it's like $1,000.
It's a $400 box. But I mean, you're getting a slab book. You're getting a slab book. You're getting a Funko Pop. You're getting comics. You're getting cards.
I mean, it's first appearance of Wolverine or Deadpool.
Yeah, if you can get it, man, that's the bee's knees. So they still have a few left of the Series 1 autograph box. That's what we just opened, and they just released Series 2. So you got those. I'll probably get one of those. Let's see, they have wrestling. They have Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, dude, those are classic, man.
They got the pops. I might get a pop. I might get a pop. This one I'm surprised you're not interested in. There's they have the VHS hobby box. So you get graded VHS tapes of classic, of classic stuff.
I still have a ton of VHSs. I still have my OG Predator on VHS.
Wow. They have the big box for Marvel too. And each box contains 1 sealed hobby box, 2 sealed Hit Parade boxes inside with 2 cards. So you'll have Marvel trading cards, you'll have Marvel masterpieces, autographed cards, graded cards, and then memorabilia cards. So that'll have like pieces of the costumes from the movies and shit
Mhm.
like that. That's pretty cool, man. They got some good stuff. They got some really,
Yeah,
really good
it's
stuff.
pretty
I
outrageous.
will be spending more money than my wife would probably be comfortable with me spending, but that's okay. That's all
It's the
right.
way it is.
Sometimes you gotta treat yourself. Treat yourself.
These shelves don't get filled without
Yeah.
money. I mean,
These weren't gifts. Let me tell you something. They weren't gifts from sponsors. I can promise you that. So once again, thank you guys. Hit Parade. Awesome. Scotty says rigged. Only one person has won, and it was CQ's alt accounts. Man, if that only were true. That's actually
Yeah.
not a bad idea, though.
CQ was Nicole W. Week 1, right?
Mm. I need
CQ
to.
stage name.
I need to start creating some alt accounts. Thanks for the idea.
Yeah.
I need to do that. What else? What else do we get? Um Hi. Yes, somebody said the camera's set the wrong direction. Like, yeah, you're seeing behind the scenes of the show.
No, you're just sitting in the wrong place, man.
Yeah.
Camera's in the right direction.
That's right. What else? Any other big news? The actual King Smith asked about thoughts about EA College 25. Honestly, everything I've seen about it is good. I haven't played it myself yet.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, it's a return to form. It's great. Lots of fun things you can do. It feels very college football because there's a lot of like gun trip Y, flea flicker, X out, this guy's running and then he pitches it to that guy and then throw it to the other guy. And so it's very circus football, it's very trick plays and things like that, which is that's how they do it in college. It's not necessarily pro.
I'm excited to see grown men who reminisce about the old NC, like I
Yes.
think 14 was the
NCAA,
last one.
Yeah. Yep.
And they get online to play and they get their ass beat by a kid who's never heard of the old NC.
Yeah.
And they're playing NC 25 and they're like,
this is the first game ever.
this is the first, dude, why are you so bad at this? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm an OG head. And they're like, what are you talking about? This is the first game that ever existed. This is the first NC.
It's, the funny thing is, I think it's that, but in reverse.
Yeah.
When you see, like, I've seen clips of fathers who are like, hey, I bought this football game, and those kids have been playing Madden for years.
Yeah.
And so they're like, wait a minute, why is dad so good at this? This is like this is the first ever. And he goes, oh, I used to play this when I was a kid. And they're like, this is the first one. How could you have played this before?
First one? What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then the dads are just beating up on their kids in the game, which I think is pretty funny. But no, it looks incredible.
It'll be fun.
It plays incredible. I've seen a lot of gameplay footage. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, because being that it's an EA product, I have access to EA Play, which means if I just wait like 4 or 5 months, it'll be for free in the EA Play store.
Yeah.
So I probably won't buy it, but from King, he says it's crazy seeing sons of his peers from his hometown in the game.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
That's the one thing. I don't know how I feel about it, because so everybody knows old school rules where college athletes could not get paid for their likeness and all these things because of college rules. They made huge changes to that because of the fact that all these companies were making money on it and they didn't get nothing.
They didn't get shit.
So now they do. But here's the rub. You're a college player, and do you know what you got for your likeness appearing in this game for all eternity?
A free copy?
You got a free copy and $600.
Oof.
That's it.
It's fucking heartbreaking.
$600 and a free copy is what these guys, the majority, the 99% of them, there were certain players who were smart enough to be like, no thanks. And they're high profile enough, including, as a Manning fan, because I'm a Giant fan, Eli Manning's son, Archie Manning, or Arch Manning, said, no, I'd rather focus on football than video games. And ended up walking away $60,000. $60,000 to have his likeness and stuff in the
It-
game.
If you ask me, it's still fucking peanuts.
I mean,
EA is going to make like
yeah.
$500 million off of fucking copies of video games, and these cats are like, "Hey, I got a fucking a McDonald's extra value meal, and this fucking used sock. You
It's
guys,
a free
you're in
rental at
college.
Blockbuster.
Yeah. You get a week at Chick-fil-A. You know,
Yeah, only on Sundays though.
thanks.
Only on
Yeah,
Sundays.
we're gonna make millions, but here's an extra value meal from McDonald's.
It's true. I mean, they are getting paid peanuts, but then again, and not I don't want to give any credit to the mega corporations, but there are like 80,000 college athletes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
like if you're giving them all, let's say $10,000 on the short end, you're somewhere in the vicinity of like nearly $8 million you're paying out to the players.
Called
And then,
development costs. It's
I
called
mean-
development costs. I mean, they're gonna make $500 million on video games. I mean, I don't
Maybe.
know what to fucking tell them.
Maybe.
But if you've never seen it, watch the episode from South Park where they talk about college
oh
athletes.
God. Oh,
Watch that. It
it's so
explains
raw.
the situation in perfect fucking clarity.
It's
It is
so,
the best. It is
Oh,
so
man.
good.
It's dark.
It's so good,
It's so
dude.
dark.
So good.
But yeah, so it's so dark. So dark. Yeah, anything else? Anything else? You guys got any stuff you want to throw out at us here in the last minute? Otherwise, I'm gonna call it early tonight. Start prepping for my big voyage to California.
I'll go finish binging Ted Lasso.
Oh man, Ted Lasso, such a good show.
I put it off.
It's good though, right?
I'm the kind of I'm the kind of person I can wait 3 seasons to start
Sure.
binging a show.
Yeah.
Some shows are just like that. Let me tell you, Ted Lasso is the most fucking lighthearted or kind fucking show I've ever fucking
Mhm.
seen, and it feels so good to watch.
It's so refreshing.
It's-
so
but
refreshing.
you know, my catastrophizing ass. I keep telling my wife, I swear to God, if he dies at the end of the series, like
I was gonna say, I hope they don't ruin it and that he dies at the end of the series.
exactly. I feel like
He's-
that's the kind of
he's so
shit
nice
Hollywood would do.
because he has a massive brain tumor and it doesn't let him be.
He just dies.
It just explodes on the pitch. No, nothing like that.
They've
I
already
assuage your
spoiled season.
feelings.
I already
Yeah.
know how season 3 ends, so it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
It's fun.
I was
It's a
one of
fun
those
show.
people where, I put it off for a long time, and reels and TikToks and shit kept ruining scenes. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just watch it. My wife loves it. It's
Yeah.
such a good show.
It's a great show.
Such a good show. Yeah. So we're gonna go back doing that. I don't know. Play some video games.
I will say, I am currently watching 2 shows that haven't aired yet.
Mhm.
One thing that this platform allows for me is the opportunity to pre-screen some things. There are 2 series that are coming soon. Well, actually, sorry. One of them finally aired. It was like, I think it's on episode 2 right now.
Yeah.
And then one of them comes out next month. I can highly recommend, because I legally can't say more, but I can highly recommend check out Sunny.
Mhm.
Sunny on Apple TV. It is a series starring Rashida Jones. Takes place in Japan, and because the first 2 episodes are out, I can kind of talk about it. But it's about a woman who, as soon as the series picks up, we find out has lost her husband and son in a plane crash. And it's a little futuristic in the sense that like there's robots and AI and all these things.
AI.
And so out of the blue, Sunny, the namesake Sunny, is out of the blue. Someone gives her a robot, a homebot, like it's a little robot that moves around.
A
And
robot butler.
it's a robot butler, which are common in this alternate universe. And it's called Sunny, and basically it was a gift from her husband. and so who her husband was in robotics. I won't say anything other than that, other than it mystery unfolds. It's a little dark. It's kind of like Ted Lasso, the opposite of Ted Lasso,
Yeah.
in that she's kind of a bitch. She's got which I mean, your
She just
spouse
lost her
and
husband.
child die. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to be the nicest person, but
Yeah.
even through the flashbacks, you start to realize like, oh, she was always kind of a bitch. Like even it's just worse now.
Just not a nice
Um,
person. That's all.
She's not a nice person, but needless to say, it's a really good show. It keeps
Yeah.
you on your toes. I cannot.
I
say
love
anything
dark comedy,
past-
too.
Yeah,
Dark
it's a
comedy
little
is
dark
really good.
comedy. It's a little mysterious, intrigue. So I
Trailer
can't-
gives a lot of that too.
yeah, and so I can't say anything past episode 2, other than I've seen the whole season, and I highly recommend
fucking good.
watching the first 2 episodes. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And the other show I can't talk about yet because the first episode hasn't aired. But when the first episode airs, I
Good,
will
watch it.
talk about it in more depth.
First episode's fantastic. Watch it.
Yes, that's I can't say no.
Yeah, no.
Because if I don't think the show is worth watching, I might just be like, go watch it, But yeah, Sunny is very good. I've enjoyed this show very much, and we have lots more coming. Obviously, we have Lori Allen. We'll reschedule her. She'll be a guest. I've already recorded an interview with Taza Valenza. Phenomenal. Man, we had such a good talk. Like, it's good when 45 minutes, like literally 45 minutes into the interview, I'm like, we haven't talked about any of your like work. We were just vibing. We were just vibing and really, really had a great conversation.
Those are the good interviews.
It's so good. And it also leaves you somewhere I'm like, you got to come back now so we can actually talk about your work and your characters and things. So that will air soon. John Wesley Shipp from The Flash, he is confirmed August 13th. August 13th, he's going to be on live. Again, just very much like Chris Claremont is like, I don't do night interviews. I don't do live interviews. But for you guys, I'll do a night live interview, which is awesome of him. And so he'll be on. And then we have the Patreon supporters. No, we have some really, really good guests scheduled to come on very soon. We're just
excited, man.
We're just
so
ironing out dates, and then we can talk about it. But just really, man. Peter says, also, I'll be, well, not apparently, I did say I was going to do it. I'll be appearing on an episode of The Gray Area, which is hosted by Peter and I forgot the other guy's name, Steve, I think. I don't know. I forgot. I apologize.
Peter and Gray.
You're Gray, maybe Gray.
Maybe the guy's name is Gray. I don't know.
Probably, but great show these guys do, and so I'll be guest spotting on an episode of that in the future, and yeah, so oh, Scotty, I see your comment. She's gonna fall in love with the robot butler. Well, it's another female. I guess the robot's a female. I mean, the
robot has a female voice.
Yeah, it's a female voice,
or maybe it's androgynous, where it doesn't really
it's
matter.
Gender fluid.
It's non-binary.
You plug in. That's a good one. You plug in a thing or take it out. That'll determine is. No, and I can say this because episode 1, she hates robots. So that's a great, again, another contentious, but it's like, it's from her late husband. And so there's a lot of like, oh, I hate you, but I need you.
Again, it's all in the trailer. So he's not spoiling shit.
Yes. So by all means, check out the trailer. If you're intrigued, check out the trailer. Worth a watch, I think. Grooming and Reviews 101 is the channel. Yes. Paul was the other guy. Yes. So Peter and Paul. Peter and Paul. I'm trying to think all the things. Dude, we got so much stuff coming up. There are some movies that will be coming out that we've been invited to do some press stuff for. I'm not sure Yeah, I'm not sure what I can say just yet because none of it's confirmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of really cool opportunities are coming. I feel like the show is starting to be recognized, and that's all in part to you guys watching, because if not for you, like nobody would take this show seriously. So it really is a testament to our awesome viewers, the people watching at home, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, sorry that the interview wasn't able to happen tonight, but we'll get Lori back on. I was really excited because she's got some really cool stuff that I want to talk about. Yeah, I'm missing anything, Nemo? I'm missing anything? Yeah, we'll talk about the shows and whatnot. What's around the station, but needless to say,
we'll drop hints. We'll drop hints.
We'll drop hints. For next week, obviously, like I said, I'm leaving Friday. I'll be in California for a few days. I'll be back in time for the next episode, so we will have a show. We will have a guest. If Lori is doing better and she can reschedule live next week, then we'll do her next week. If not, that's okay. And I have the pre-recorded interview that will be ready, because literally this happened a few minutes before the show, so I didn't have the pre-record ready. But if Lori can't do live next week, then we'll pre-record. We'll air the recording of Taser, which again is so good. It's so good. She was Sniper Wolf, man, in Metal Gear Solid. She was Poison Ivy in the Arkham series. Bro, she slips into the Poison Ivy voice at one point, and when I tell you, I got goosebumps. Ran all the way up my arm, and I was like, wow. Because when she's normally talking, you don't really pick up on it, but then I can't nearly do anything. But she just slips into it, and I was just like, oh, I was like, I'm gonna need you to say my name in that voice. that was when the cameras
all
were
the
off.
Fanboys feel the same way.
I was like, can you say CQ, come here, or something like that? And I would record
Come hither.
Come hither. But yeah, she was great. And and we have a number of other stuff lined up. So I'm very excited between the conventions, between the press stuff, between the interviews.
Yeah.
We're about to hit Deadpool and Wolverine's going to revitalize the comic book industry, or the superhero movie industry. And so, and who knows, maybe more giveaways, more sponsorship opportunities and lots more things. Yeah. Giveaways, man. I still have, you've been to the CQ cave.
I've seen the stash.
Giant box of shit I've got to give away. And then
certainly none of them have ended up on my shelf.
Things happen.
I'm kidding.
Let's take a look at the shows around the station. Sunday nights, we've got The Sports Bar with King and Coach, bringing you all those sportsing things, and the balls and the bats and the hoops and the pucks and the
sports ball.
All the sports balls. You get all the sports balls you could possibly handle on Sunday nights when he decides to do a show, because God forbid, if he can't start at 8, he just won't do it, because God forbid he's running a late because somebody dragged him to a convention in another state. What about Mondays? Monday edition. That's your news, commentary, and discussion about all the things happening in the world. I feel like something big happened recently in the world, but can't quite put my finger on it.
Is everything okay with your ear?
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry. Just
like you have something going on with your ear. Yeah.
But something big happened, and yeah, I'm sure they'll talk about it.
As the social media guy, I can assure you something big, in fact, happened.
I have a feeling they might discuss it on Monday night.
They certainly did.
They certainly did. What I meant to say, they did talk about it on Monday night. God, my brain is so fogged right now. They did talk about it last night on Monday night. That's Coach. God damn it, Ice and Massey. Ice and Massey. Yeah, man. It's one of those nights. I didn't. We don't get the break. I can't.
Yeah, we went all without a break. We went crazy.
I can't medicate in the break if we don't take a break. That brings us to Tuesday nights. If you don't know what it is by now, I don't know what the fuck are you watching. I don't even know.
I have
What
no
are you
idea.
doing?
I have no
What are you doing? Wednesday nights, the Spoke Pit with Radar and TZ. You know. If you know, you know. You know. It's for those guys. It's the Evor Mafia. You got the Sham Shield. Those are your peoples. Thursday, Sergeant Signs with Ice and Spanky. All your military news, what's going on. They'll fill you in. And then, of course, let's take a moment. Let's all raise a glass. Friday Night Freedom is no more. Our good friend Kaz has taken some time. Is still part of the nation. He's still part of the nation. He's still doing his bit to help out. Just the streaming part is going to take a little break. In its place, ever so temporarily, until we have another show for you guys, me, Nemo, King, the boys get together. We do game nights. We've been doing game nights for years. 4 years. Not 4 years. 4 years. FOR years. We've been doing gaming for a long time, and we finally decided, like, let's just put cameras up while we do it, because we always have a blast. We laugh. We fight. We argue. We come to blows. We flipped a few tables. It's fine. Bunch of vets drinking, playing games they've never played before. What could possibly go wrong, really?
Energy drinks and alcohol, nothing better.
Energy drinks and alcohol, and a bunch of busted old grizzly vets who've never played something trying to argue over the rules of how to play it. If you didn't see the last one, oh my God. If you get to just jump ahead to like the last quarter of it, we were trying out a new game called Flame War. And man, me and King almost came to blows. We got a little excited about the rules and our opinions on how they were. You know, you're both reading the same sentence in the rules, but like enunciating certain words to have different meaning. You know, putting emphasis on different words.
Chaotic.
But yes, so FTX Friday night tabletop exercise coming at you Fridays. We did it last Friday, not this Friday, following Friday. Then on Saturdays, we got to update this graphic.
Yeah,
Saturdays, our guy Nemo over there is doing weekend co-ops. It's a lot of fun. Here, you do the 30-second pitch.
Hey, so weekend co-ops on Saturday nights, we play games as friends. So you guys remember back in the days, we'd be in the barracks, we'd have LAN parties, and we'd hang out, we'd have a good time. And that's what we're trying to bring back. It's not quite the same. We'll never have it as good as then, but we can sure shit try. So come on down Saturday nights. I play with the WTF Nation gaming crew. We might even have Casper Van Dien on. I don't know. We're gonna get people to come and play games with us, and you should too. So come on down.
Outstanding. Pretty sure it's Casper Van Dien, but whatever. I'll leave it at that. So that, gentlemen, ladies, people, non-people, whatever you identify as, that is WTF Nation Radio's lineup of the week. Disrupt military recruitment efforts. If we're lucky, that's what happens. With that, what's up, Pookie? Seeing your setup gives me anxiety.
Heyo, Pookie.
Pookie's over there on TikTok. He said, seeing your setup gives me anxiety. I told you, it
feeds my ADHD, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot. You wonder why I'm like constantly looking up, down, left, and right. It's a lot of information. And then Scotty is us, or Scotty us. Scotty us. He said something huge happened.
Huge. It was huge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've given you enough laughs and gas for tonight. I think that's it. Any parting words for us from the wise Nemo?
Don't forget to kiss your homies goodnight.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh God, it's so true. So true. All right, ladies and gents, we will see you guys next week. Stay tuned as we will be giving away next week. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I want to know. I want to know. All right, guys. We will see you next week. Shots.
Doc!
Let's see it.